Well, it's Chris at the Procrastinator's Garage with another procrastinated upload, procrastinated video. So, um, things are going pretty good. Had a bad winter, it's pretty slow. But now it's May 19th, Sunday, and I'm booked till July 13th. Just doing a car day. It's just me and Jess right now. I don't have any help. Looking at hiring somebody. I did have a couple people, but they just didn't work out. Um, the last person I had helping me, you know, she did good work. She worked at one of those production detail, not really detail, but car wash tunnel type system. They get them in and out. They're about quantity, not quality. She was being pretty good, quality wise, missed things here and there, but she only worked here a little over a week, almost 2 weeks. But I was paying her cash. It was going to be cash for 30 days. After the 30 days, she'd be hired on as an employee. And she'd get $10 an hour cash when she worked. So, I told her the hours are 9 to 5, sometimes later, depending on what the job was, or if I had something else in here to work on. Well, she'd get here at 9 o'clock, but then she wouldn't start till 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it's like, I'm not going to pay you when you sit around for the first 15 minutes, half hour, And so then when I did pay her, she worked 3 days and made $150. And apparently she wasn't happy with that. And then she's trying to claim that she worked on Monday. And then apparently I had to remind her that she broke up with her boyfriend that weekend. And she called me Monday morning crying. And then, her car was acting up. And so, she was driving from out of town. But her daughter lived here, so that's where she was, figured that's where she was going to go live. And, so pulled her car in, looked at it for her, and said, well, I was supposed to have a job on Monday, but they had canceled, rescheduled. So she was going to work on this car. That was the plan, initially that's why she was coming in. But then I told her, if you want to just take the day off, have your daughter's boyfriend, fix your car. That's what she was talking about. She was talking to her daughter on the phone while she was here. And her daughter was looking up the part for her and how much it was going to cost. She needed a tie rod, and I jacked it up, and I could feel a little play in it, and that's what I told her I thought it was. Of course, oops, dang it, I don't even have the light on. There we go. And so, yeah, she's trying to claim she worked that day. And then the Friday that same week, I had a job for muscle car restoration to do for one of their finished jobs. And they were just, they couldn't they just had, more stuff to do, so they couldn't bring it in. Well, actually, it was scheduled for Thursday, and then Friday's job was actually my wife's landlord, where Jess rents a salon chair. And so I was doing her vehicle, and which turned out awesome, by the way. And it's actually her husband drives it. It's a nice Durango, and it was pretty bad. It was trash. And now, I guess when the last time she rode in it with him, they were eating something, and he was like, put a napkin down or something, I don't want you to get the vehicle all dirty. So that was awesome to hear. He was super happy with it. So my quality of work's still there. Still happy customers, of course. I have had a few little hiccups here and there, but that's, it's the nature of the beast, So when she got paid, I was here that weekend working on that Camaro for muscle car. He didn't drop it off till Saturday morning, and so I told her, I texted her I was here and she wanted to come and get her money. Well, she never did, so then I paid her Monday. Well, then she did the pre-vac on Monday's job. It was a minivan. It was pretty bad. Took her about an hour and a half. So, it was like 10:30. And I sprayed Nature's in the door jams, and then, I usually take a break. So I told her, go ahead, take your 15-minute break. You get 2 paid 15-minute breaks. If you take any more breaks than that, you're not getting paid for them. So, what we do is you punch in, you punch out, and then at the end of the day, Jess adds up the hours and then adds a half hour to your time. So you're getting paid for 2 15-minute breaks, but you're not getting paid for those other times, you're punched out. I think that's totally fair. You can take a lunch. I tell people you can take a half hour, 45-minute lunch if you want. I mean, I know it takes time to go somewhere sometimes to get something to eat, wait in line, depending on what time you take lunch. I like to take lunch around 2 o'clock. That's just the way I am. And places around here aren't that busy. If I don't bring leftovers from home or something like that, and then, heat them up in a pizza oven. So, all of a sudden she just disappeared. And I was like, I texted her, I'm like, where are you? So, I'm, the blah, blah, blah. I'm not happy, it wasn't worth it for me. And I worked 5 days and I only made $150. And, like, well, you worked 3 days, so you made $50 a day. You would have made a lot more. And then, that week she quit, well, Jess had to help me the whole rest of the week. And we haven't totally figured out the hours, but I had gold details that whole week. And I know positively that she worked at least 7 hours a day. And plus, a couple of those times she went and did haircuts. So she freaking busted her butt. And so if she would have stuck around that week, she would have made at least $350, almost $400. $350 minimum. Like I said, 7 hours a day, 5 days. Right? My math right? But so yeah, she just quit. So back down to just me and Jess. And she's not here right now because she still works her part-time job housekeeping every Sunday. You know, plus helping me. And we didn't do much yesterday. I got the car jacked up, and you know, we had a long week this last week, and so yeah, that's kind of how that goes. So I'm trying to hire somebody again. You know, try and I still need to pick up these RV jobs and boat jobs I've been having to turn away. I mean, I got the room to a point, but now we'll get to this car here. This is a repeat customer's car. I never did this car before, but I did 5 other cars that he has. 255 Chevys, Impala, 50s Ford Crown Victoria. That was a beautiful car. The 55s were my favorites, of course. I'm a big fan of the 57s, but the 55s are sweet too. Well, he had a fire. This car was in there. It didn't get any damage, you know, fire-wise, but it's all covered in smoke soot. So that's why I got the wheels off. I want to make sure this thing's still recording. He's still recording. Yep, we're still recording. So, yeah, of course I'm getting long-winded, but trying to fit a lot in a little video. But, so, it's a 2010 Camaro SS. It's got 4 miles on it. So, that's kind of why I'm, you know, initially I wasn't going to do this. I thought I would just kind of reach what I could, but then I, you know, talked to the customer again and kind of told him, yeah, there's some, you know, soot and stuff in the wheel wells I can't get to. I'm going to have to take the wheels and tires off. So, did that yesterday, and now I'm just wiping everything down that I can with some smoke out stuff, it's called, and it's doing a really good job. I already did the interior. Interior's pretty much done. You know, I'll probably do another final wipe down with just the Nature's degreaser I normally use, but we've used the smoke out in there too, and it was great. So yeah, so just trying to get all this done, and then some vinyl graphics need to be replaced, but I'm waiting on the vinyl guy to get his stuff together. Because he's been kind of, I don't know, I got a hold of him like a month ago, and I don't know, he's busy with, I guess, his other sticker stuff, so I might have to try and find somebody else to come and take it off. There's a place next, like, not even, it's like 2 blocks away from my shop. I used them once before when I did a Mustang, and then did some vinyl graphics on the Mustang. Like on the back bumper where it's sunk in, says Mustang. I did that. And then there was a hood piece. I did that. But there's this like horse cutout thing that goes down both sides, and there was no way I was going to do that. So I subbed it out to them. You know, I was able to drive the car over there and stuff. Well, so I got a hold of them right away, see if they would be willing to do this. Well, they're not. They weren't, you know, they were trying to tell me, you know, we're only a block away from you. Like, I know, but like I said, the customer does not want to drive the vehicle anywhere, doesn't want it driven anywhere. So, that's kind of that. So yeah, just been working on this on the weekends when I can. During the week, you know, doing my full details and all that. So, Yeah, I guess that's about it. I'm gonna rinse this off quick. It's starting to dry on me. Yeah, and then eventually I gotta get underneath it with the creeper and do all the underfloor boards. Not really looking forward to that. But that's what's going on today. See if this is still recording. Yep, 16 minutes. So yeah, so actually I can give you an example of most of the engine bay is done, but my back kind of gave out. So this kind of area hasn't been done. It was pre-rinsed. It was all full of ashes and stuff. And then this is what the tower should look like, that color. So yeah, this is mostly all done in here, wiped down. Yeah, so nice car. So we got some damage on the vinyl and stuff from some hot ashes landing on it. And then this got damaged. It did have a car cover on it. Part of it got blown off, and then, most of the car was covered in soot. Yeah, like in here, you can kind of see some ashes and stuff still in there. I don't know how I'm gonna get into some of these areas. This is like spray cleaner in there and then pressure wash it, I guess. Do the best I can. So hope everybody has a good one. And don't procrastinate.